Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Heat's Tyler Herro makes All-Star breakthrough, selected as reserve by East coaches. Miami, the waiting game is over for Miami Heat guard Tyler Herro when it comes to the bid by the sixth-year veteran for his first All-Star berth. With East coaches charged with selecting at least 4 and no more than 6 guards to round out the conference's All-Star roster, the polling announced Thursday had Herro as one of the 4 guards from the conference selected as an East reserve, along with the Milwaukee Bucks' Damian Lillard, Detroit Pistons' Cade Cunningham and Cleveland Cavaliers' Darius Garland. That was after the results of the combined fan-player media vote selected Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell and New York's Jalen Brunson as the starting guards representing the East. Among those Herro beat out for a backcourt berth were the Atlanta Hawks' Trae Young, the Charlotte Hornets' LaMelo Ball, the Chicago Bulls' Zach LaVine and the Philadelphia 76ers' Tyrese Maxey. And so on to San Francisco for the February 16th game. It is for Herro. Alaying thought the Heat would be without an All-Star for the first time since 2021. Center Bam Adebayo was the Heat's lone All-Star both last year and in 2023, with Jimmy Butler making it in 2022, a year Heat coach Aarox coached in the game. With Herro in the All-Star game, he now is expected to also receive an invitation to participate in the league's three-point contest on All-Star Saturday. Herro participated in the event in 2023, placing 6th. Herro went into Thursday ranked 3rd in the NBA in three-pointers made. The Heat's All-Star chances were otherwise reduced this season with Butler, currently suspended, missing most of the season and Adebayo in the midst of an uneven offensive season. For now, the Heat's representatives for the February 14th, 16 All-Star Weekend are Herro, second-year forward Jamie Jaquez Jr. in the Rising Stars competition for first- and second-year players, and two-way players Josh Christopher and Isaiah Stevens in the G League All-Star Game. While he did not lobby during the process, Spoelstra said Wednesday that he viewed Herro as a deserving selection. "I think that would be a great nod," Spoelstra said. "I do think he's an All-Star. I'm not sending anything all around the league. I just do. I think he's an All-Star guard and I think that would be a great nod to be able to get it from the coaches. I think that would be the ultimate sign of respect." In the balloting for reserves, coaches were not allowed to vote for players on their own team. Herro was both hopeful and optimistic ahead of Thursday's announcement. It would be cool, he said earlier this month. "I don't want to say too much about it. We'll see what happens. I've wanted to be an All-Star since I came into the league. I think the organization wants me to be an All-Star, that's why they drafted me." He also offered a nod to the competition. "I definitely never had my numbers that I have now," he said. "My 6th Man of the Year, 2021-22, was probably my best chance. But I think this is my best chance since then, probably my best year since I came into the league. But there's a lot of good guards in the East when you think about it." Herro, 25, is averaging career highs in points, 24.1, rebounds, 5.6, and assists, 5.4, and also is at career bests at .474 from the field and .400 on three-pointers. For the first time, the All-Star Game will be played as a 4-team mini-tournament, one that also will feature the winning team from the Rising Stars competition, making a Herro-Jaquez matchup possible. Warriors view $215 million star as safer option than Jimmy Butler, report. Zach LaVine is emerging as a safer option than Jimmy Butler for the Golden State Warriors, The Athletic reported on Wednesday, January 29, amid earlier news that they have resumed trade talks for the Miami Heat's disgruntled star. LaVine is viewed by some within the organization as the safer option. At 29, he's 5.5 years younger and some $6 million cheaper than Butler this season, though his contract extends longer and he's had some recent health concerns. "There are risks all over the board," The Athletic report said. The Heat have dropped their asking price for Butler, according to ESPN's Brian Windhorst, as they are very motivated to move on from the drama. This new development came on the heels of Butler's 3rd suspension in the last month since he requested a trade. The Heat suspended Butler indefinitely on Monday, January 27, for walking out of the team's shoot-around when he learned their plan to move him to the bench. With the price drop came renewed interest in Butler, with the Ringer's Kevin O'Connor reporting on Tuesday, January 28, that the Warriors are one of several teams back in the mix. However, the Warriors have downplayed their recent involvement in conversations with the Heat, according to The Athletic. But the price drop on Butler drew a noticeable increase in intrigue from the front office. LaVine piques more interest, depending on his cost, based on The Athletic's conversation with multiple Warriors players. Choosing between Zach LaVine and Jimmy Butler. The Warriors are on the fence between LaVine and Butler. But if the biggest takeaway from this dilemma is that there is some understanding and alignment from all levels of the Warriors organization that they lack a true second scorer next to Stephen Curry, according to The Athletic. They view LaVine's explosive three-level scoring ability would fill the roster's largest void. LaVine has successfully come back from a serious foot injury to average 24 points per game this season on 51% field goal shooting and 44.6% from the three-point line. The Warriors view LaVine as the better fit in their culture, according to The Athletic. In contrast, Butler's volatile nature, which is in full display once again with this messy trade request from Miami, has raised concerns within the Warriors organization. NBA rumors. Brian Windhorst shares eye-opening insight on Jimmy Butler, De'Aaron Fox trade buzz. The NBA trade rumors are starting to pick up after the latest news of the Sacramento Kings listening to offers for De'Aaron Fox. The Kings star guard will be a free agent next season, but there had been rumblings that he may not sign an extension with the team depending on what direction they're headed in. With Jimmy Butler also wanting out of Miami, there have been talks of a swap between him and Fox, but that doesn't seem possible, according to ESPN's Brian Windhorst. I do not believe Jimmy Butler going to Sacramento is part of the option here, Windhorst said on the Hoop Collective. I have my reasons for that. It could change. There has not been discussions, I think, with the Butler side. Not that that's absolutely vital, but I can just leave it at that. While Fox has a preferred team, Windhorst thinks that there will be several on his list to choose from. The other thing is, there may be a preferred team, but chances are there's going to be more than one. There will be a list, Windhorst said. The preferred team seems to be the San Antonio Spurs for Fox, but other teams such as the Heat, Houston Rockets, and Orlando Magic could be on his list. In the end, it doesn't look like a Butler for Fox trade will happen, and they will most likely be separate deals to get where they want to go. Jimmy Butler has been holding the crown for the biggest headline going into the trade deadline, as the Heat are still trying to find a deal to move him. Through this past month, the Heat have suspended Butler 3 times for several different reasons, and it looks like their relationship may be done. With the Heat not having much success in finding a deal, they've recently lowered their asking price and more teams have started to call. For De'Aaron Fox, there had been rumors that he may not sign a contract extension with the Kings, and the team may be looking to get some value for him if he does decide to walk. Out of the two, Butler has the better chance of getting traded because of the back-and-forth antics between him and the Heat. Fox has a good chance of being on a new team before the trade deadline, but the Kings will want the best offer for him. And are you a fan? What do you think of the De'Aaron Fox situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.